Now at 11, a day of anti-ICE protests turned violent in downtown L.A. We saw standoffs with police, things thrown at federal agents with tear gas shot back. Even a big dumpster pushed up against the detention center downtown. A few hours later, it was all set on fire. All of this leading up to a citywide tactical alert and some arrests. Today's protest started peacefully with thousands in the street telling ICE to get out of town. Tens of thousands in other cities across the country also protesting. The outrage not going anywhere after the killing of 2 American citizens by federal agents in Minneapolis. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kathy Vara in for Carolyn tonight. A few demonstrators are still out there tonight, but the large majority of the crowd has now gone home. NBC4's Darsha Philips live with the mayor's message. Darsha.
Yeah, Kathy, we're in Hancock Park right in front of the mayor's house where she spoke about the demonstrations today. As you mentioned, thousands of people marched through the city protesting ICE operations and what has happened in Minnesota. Now, a group of demonstrators in front of the federal detention center did get a bit unruly, and that did lead to some arrests. Hundreds gathered in front of the federal detention center in downtown Los Angeles, where things escalated. City officials say objects were thrown by demonstrators at federal agents, and a group of protesters moved a dumpster to block a parking garage. Agents deployed tear gas, and soon after, the LAPD issued a dispersal order as protesters blocked traffic on Alameda.
I think the protests are extremely important, but it is equally important for these protests to be peaceful, for vandalism not to take place. That just hurts the city. That does not impact the administration in any kind of way that is going to bring about any type of change.
Friday's demonstration was part of National Ice Out Day, a protest against immigration operations across the country. Mayor Karen Bass says even more people joined the crowd after learning about the arrest of journalist Don Lemon. And when things started to get unruly, a citywide tactical alert was initiated. The mayor says this puts considerable strain on city resources.
I mean, we're already struggling with the police department right now in terms of overtime costs. We are strapped in terms of the hiring and the number of officers that we have. So this just puts an incredible burden on our city. 5
people were arrested for failure to disperse. There were no reports of any injuries to protesters or officers. And as many more demonstrations are expected over the weekend, the mayor urging people to exercise their right to protest peacefully.
If the protest gets violent, that is exactly what I believe this administration wants to see happen, because then don't be surprised if the military re-enters our city.
An LAPD telling me tonight that the citywide tactical alert has been modified to Central Bureau only, so scaled back considerably, and that's because most of the demonstrators have left the area. Reporting live tonight from Hancock Park, I'm Darsha Philips, NBC4 News.